in the kitchen with Chef Bryan from Mellie Bellies, and he's cooking up some good old Southern barbecue. Hope you're hungry. Chef Bryan, thanks for having us here in your kitchen on wheels. Tell me, what is your specialty? What do you like to make?
Anything that's kind of smoked, obviously, is my specialty. So anywhere from like beef brisket to beef short ribs to some Southern classics like shrimp and grits.
Tell me about this name. I know it has a special meaning for you.
Definitely. It means something near and dear to my family's heart. I named the business after my daughter Melanie, our daughter Melanie. Bryn Sanders, who passed away in 2016. It's just, to me, and my heart, that kind of keeps me going every day for my mission to like give back and give love through food to people. Helps me kind of, keep her on my mind every single day. So she's almost like my natural battery pack. I tell everybody that where, when you think about giving up, or if I think about giving up, I always think about her. And somehow I just miraculously get this spurt of energy. So the business is named after our daughter Melanie. It was a very tragic thing that had happened. I took the opportunity to kind of reset myself and my core values as what I wanted to be and what I wanted to do. Took some time away from Pennsylvania and moved down south with my wife. While I was down there, I got involved with some nice older chefs who kind of put me on game about like smoking authentically, and I knew for a fact that we didn't have that sort of thing back here in Harrisburg. So I took that time to okay, took what I already knew or what I already grasped onto and brought that back home, and here we have it, Mellie Bellies on wheels.
I love that. You found your passion.
Yes.
That is awesome. Well, Chef Bryan, what are we making today?
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I know everybody has been dying to kind of see how I make my Mellie's mac. I used to do only like 4 cheeses. Now I do a 6-cheese blend that's already in there. Top, obviously, ones are the Gouda, smoked Gouda cheese, and sharp cheddar is my first 2 go-to cheeses that I incorporate into the sauce. So I use a cavatappi pasta now, which is the squirrely one. That type of pasta soaks up the cheese sauce, and it kind of like when you bite into it, it stays there. It's like everlasting. So that's the reason why I transferred over to that and wanted to use that. So now with the Mac Packs, even if you have it to go, if you eat it like a couple hours later, you're eating it, the cheese sauce is still there. It looks like it's not sometimes, but it's still there. I promise you. Once you get that sauce nice and bubbly, like as so, obviously, I smoke all my briskets and beef short ribs right around 10 to 14 hours. Beef brisket goes a little bit longer, until about 18. Today, we're going to use beef brisket as far as burnt ends go. So once you get your sauce hot, and while it's already bubbling like that, start working on your protein, which now in our case would be the beef brisket. So you want obviously dice it up. I'm a guy who is all about presentation, so knife cuts have to be right, and as far as adding smoked, authentically smoked garlic nuggets in there as well. But once we start caramelizing that the brisket and the garlic in there, I'm going to hit it with some house red wine. While you're doing that, it's time to add your cooked pasta to your cheese sauce, okay? That cheese sauce should be nice and thick for you. The last step to that, or cheese ingredient I would add, would be some cheese. Some more. This is sharp cheddar. It's going to give you more of a color and more of that zang to it when you bite into it, that everybody always endures and looks for. And then my house smoked fig barbecue sauce. This is going to give you that nice kind of like sugary, if not savory, texture to it when you bite into it, almost like candy, but at the same time it's dinner. Obviously, I've hit everything with my courtesy blends of seasoning, Southern Soul seasonings, and that would be good to go.
So do you remember when you first discovered that you love to cook?
I do. Actually, it goes all the way back into all of my friends will say this too. Back in the days of high school, when I had everybody over to the house and my mom wasn't home in the summertime, and she would buy like a week's worth of groceries and everything would be gone within 3 days because I had all my friends over and I was cooking food and snacks while we were playing video games. So it had to have been around like 10 or 11 is when I kind of knew that, hey, this is exactly what I wanted to do.
That's awesome. That's a good friend to have, right?
Yeah,
The one that makes you food.
They still talk about that to this day. Take your fries into the box. Put a mac right on top.
That's amazing.
Then we're going to take those burnt ends right on top of that. Okay? And then what everybody always sees online with all my finished products is more of the smoked fig barbecue sauce, your finishing sauce.
Why a food truck? Why did you decide on a food truck?
It was always my goal or like dream to experience that. Obviously, even with COVID happening, dining was just fading away. So it was a no-brainer to keep 100% mobile.
What's the journey been like to get here? To when you look around and see your truck here, what?
It's definitely been some hard work, and then everybody, if anybody has told you that it's not hard work, then somebody's telling them to fit somewhere. But the hardest days sometimes is something that I kind of live. I can feel it in my bones. That's what I was meant to do, to go through that. But once you come on out the other side and you get commended and people are giving you high reviews on the things that you love to do, that's something that I look forward to, and that kind of gives me the reminder of why I do it. Obviously, besides my daughter Melanie, just making people happy through the food that I produce is something that I look forward to.
Well, I think this looks delicious. We should probably get to eating it. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
This is delicious.
Thank you.
So good. Thank you for sharing this with us today. It's just amazing. I've loved all the stories you've shared with us, and it's been a great time.
It's from what everybody always tells me, and I mean, obviously, how much effort I put into all the food. They always say when you bite into it, you can feel the love that you put or incorporated into making whatever you're making.
Definitely.
So I don't ever want to get rid of that. That's why I always have to be like hands-on everything. So I want to make sure everything's consistent, and I want to make sure that like everything gets everybody has that bite of love every single time.
Well, Chef Bryan, we have loved our time in the kitchen with you.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Cheers.
This video was produced for Mosaic by WITF. To help support this project, please visit witf.org/mosaic.